Today we'll be discussing about, okay, so let's discuss from here. So dashboard, okay. So here we have, this is the dashboard panel where you can see list of the dashboard that was created. Okay, so suppose you have created a dashboard, but you have not published the dashboard. But so in that case, you can see the dashboard on your portal, but I cannot see the dashboard in my portal. Okay, so whenever we are creating a dashboard, we need to publish uh, across. Okay, so whoever has a Dynatrace portal access, they can go and they can have a look. So you can give the permission also, like all the users have view access, yeah, edit access, all those things. Okay, so suppose I'm opening this infra dashboard, dashboard. So you can see here, right? Share option, right? If I click on share, we have an option to publish the dashboard. So you can share this dashboard. If I don't want to share, just I'll slider should be left, otherwise it should be right. And we can give the permission. All authenticated users has permissions. A specified users has edit permission. A specified user has the edit permission. So whoever required edit permission, those are managing the portals, all those things. You need admin access, right? Do some changes, all those things. And whoever don't have admin access, they can go and they can view the dashboard. But who has view access also in the portal, they can edit the dashboard if I'll give the permission. Okay? So something like that. Okay. Whoever doesn't, suppose management doesn't have the environment portal access, so we can generate a dashboard link and we can give it to them. So you can see this dashboard is generated. If I open the incognito mode, I can able to open this dashboard. You can see, right?
Yep.
So like in management, something went down and they need some data information. Just we create a dashboard, we hand over to them. And we have one more option here in the here, like we can do as a reports. Okay, so if I'll go to the dashboard again, if I'll go here, if I'll subscribe, then it will show you if you this dashboard you want to have a report like weekly and monthly. If you subscribe this dashboard, after subscribing, you'll get option to have a report weekly basis and monthly. If you want to have weekly, just to disable that. If you want to have weekly and monthly also, so they will collect the informations. Okay, like all those things, and they'll put in dashboard for 1 month data and they'll give it to you. Okay, in that way we can subscribe. So something like you want to figure it out from last month data to this month data. Okay, like disk utilization, yeah, some memory utilization, yeah, alerts, how many alerts was triggered for this month. So you can see, right, 1 alerts. Okay, same way total how many problems was occurred out of so we can say here we have 20 problems. Okay, in this month, so we need to analyze and we need to fix it, right? Again, next month we have only 15. Next month we have a target for, we need to reduce the alert, then only our application will be reliable. You can say that, right? 99% you have applications that are reliable completely. Okay, in that case, that if you are that taking this dashboard report, it will be easy for us. Okay, and apart from that, you can do some utilization cost also, like whichever the whole disk is consuming less. We have, suppose for this we have kept as a 500 dB, and one is consuming very less, like 0% to 1%, because application we have targeted, like we have that application target at least 500 requests per minute, but because of some regions coming only 50 requests, yeah, 10 requests, so surely that all those things will come the very less, right? So we can, in that case, we can save some disk and we can save some utilization cost. Okay, so in that way, we can use that as a reports. Okay, understood?
Yep.
Now, just I will create one, how to create a dashboard. So create a dashboard, just we need to give the dashboard name. So just I'm giving the test dashboard, create. So we have here two types of metrics. You can see here, right? So these are the metrics. Just I will drag and drop. So it will take all the hosts. If I take service health, will take. If I want to have network status, just I'll drag and drop. application health. Okay.
And what does application health mean?
Okay, so application health means, so let me explain you. So we have two applications over here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
one is pet plan production URL,
Mm-hmm.
one is pet plan UAT URL. Okay, so pet plan production URL, if I expand this one, this is the pet plan production URL, right?
Mm-hmm.
https:// prod pet plan adaptivecloud.com. Okay, and same we have a UAT URL. Okay, okay, so this is the application. Now if application has any issue, okay, so applications, you can say that response time, load actions, XHR actions, all those things, it has any issue, like it's then it will detect as an alert. Okay, so that is, you can say that our application is healthy. If anything goes down here itself, it will show as a red. Okay.
So like on Tuesday on the 2nd, when we're having all those issues in prod, were there alerts coming in through Dynatrace?
Yeah, it should come. So when Tuesday, right? So
It was
Tuesday is second.
yeah, Tuesday the 2nd,
At
like
what time?
around 11:30 in the morning Eastern time.
So that it is, we can take 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. That's fine. 9 a.m. to 11:50. So if I'll go problem. Oh, so yeah, I could see this many problems. So these are the multiple service problems we do have. I'm talking about this one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, sure. You can, here we have, you can see this is the greatest features in Dynatrace. If I'll open problem revolution, you can see, watch the video. Like first this went down, this database went down. Okay, then
Okay.
these are the services getting impacted, and now it's, this is become green. Now still we have this issue, now it's become a red. So what are the services getting impacted? All those things you can analyze very well. If you want to watch one more time. So this service pet prod, the
Mm-hmm.
database has failure rate increase. Okay, then has a high load on this. Okay, so all those things will capture, and they will give you the complete
Okay.
visual resolution path, so you can analyze. Okay, so when this high load will happen on the server side, what are the things will went down, so we should take care of this, right? So if transaction, it is very high load, there is a too much load on the server side in the application, what are the things? First we will down the database, that pet prod, so we need to think about the pet prod whenever have, so we need to take care of that, right? And we need to try to figure it out the alternative way. So if this much load will happen, how we can fix the issue so next time will not happen. So in that way only that our applications will be reliable.
Okay.
So
Now, did those problems, I'm gonna call them, generate any alert notifications via email or anything like that?
honestly it is will be here only because we haven't got approval to integrate with ServiceNow, yeah, any email. If you'll say
Okay.
so yesterday only we have checked with Alex. He said not at this moment, but in future we can integrate. Okay,
Okay.
so you can check with them.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so like this we can understand. So you can see that response time also has some issue. So you can have the same issue, and you can understand here. See how many users getting impacted. 12 users got impacted from which region. Okay, so you can see these are the users are getting impacted from US. Most of the users are from US only. Which
Mm-hmm.
are the service are getting affected. So 443k service are getting affected because of this issue. The business impact you can see, and how many service calls, so rabbit MQ listener default, all those things are getting impacted, right? So here we have 361k, here we have 50.2 here. So these are the services getting impacted because of this. Okay, and we have metrics anomaly detected, we have rabbit MQ, some root cause. So you can see here 6Q, 2 hours, 1 service. Okay, So like this we can analyze and we can understand. Okay. So we in dashboard now. Okay, so test dashboard. So dashboard just like a drag and drop. Okay, take the matrix from here. From here, this is the simple matrix. Just if you say top web, which are the top web application? So we have only two. So pet plan has 661.1 requests per minute, and UAT had 1.5 requests per minute are coming over the last 2 hours. If I'll take 30 minutes, it may reduce. Still we have same. That's fine. So like this we can drag and drop that for normal something. How many JavaScript error we have? JS error. We need to select the application. So it's taking a pet plan prod. So we don't have much error. That's fine. So like this we can create okay. Like this we can take that how many problems we do have. So there are two problems right now in last 30 minutes. So like this we can create a dashboard. One more, this is the generic dashboard, like you can drag and drop. One is custom dashboard, like you want to fetch some information. Okay, so you want to fetch some information, we have here custom chart. So custom chart, just to drag here, then configure custom chart, and then you should have that matrix over here. So suppose I want to tag have database call. So I'm taking number of call to database. This is database happening. So we can here, this is completely okay. So if it is our top list, I'm taking. So total this many, but I don't want to have complete. I want to filter by service. Which service have this much? How many? So now for policy service endpoint is happening to 248K database calls. This one have 212. This one have this. So like this we can create and we can filter. So if you don't want to see this many, I want to see only for policy service endpoint, then I can filter that here. I want to have that service name with some alfresco. Just take alfresco. Have a lot of issue now. So we can take. So we can see alfresco have 44K request. So we can update the dashboard types. Like this we can create a dashboard. Okay.
Got it.
If you want. So this have option time series, pie chart, single value. So like this we can create a custom charts. And now we need to publish the dashboard. So publish the dashboard means we need to share. Here option is share the dashboard. Once I'll share the dashboard and I will give the permission to everyone, people can able to see the dashboard. Grant access, specified users. So suppose user name, we need to select. Suppose I'll give you the access. You have edit permission, so you can edit. So all authenticated users has a permission with view option apart from you. So yeah, you have edit permission on the dashboard. Like this we can create and we can assign to specific members who required edit access. Okay. Now, so same way, this has a custom chart. So sometimes you want to see some informations and you are not remember, right? It's a very large environment and you don't remember where I go, which dashboard I go, and which metrics I use. Just to create a custom chart here to fetch some information. I don't want to go to the dashboard and directly I'll see. So I can see from here. So I want to see some service. Okay. Time is spent in call to other service. Okay. Just I want to see the information. So other service. Just I'll get this time. Okay, so I don't want to see force. I want to see a split by service. Just I'll take this. Okay, like this we can do and we can analyze. So rabbit MQ have 26.6 6 requests per minute. Like this, we can create a custom chart so we can see the informations here. Okay.
Yep.
Now coming to a report. So reports very famous here. So reports, we have two types of reports. One is service quality reports. One is availability report. So availability reports only for synthetic monitoring. Okay, and service quality report for our applications, all those things. So a report will be generated every week. You can see for February 28 to 28. Then so this is the last week. Now this week report will generate Sunday midnight. So you can see what are the informations we have in the report. So they'll give you the application score. So as a management perspective, if you can say that if our score is above 85, 90, then our application looks good. Something like that you can say. So our score is 90. So application score is 95. Service score is 90. Infrastructure is 100. So what are the top root cause problems? Failure rate is getting increased for this last week. Response time degradation, message listener, and failure rate is increased. So what we need to do is we need to concentrate on this many to resolve this issue. So next time will not occur. The same way we need to think about this service because getting so these are the top problem root cause. So we have two applications, pet plan and pet plan UAT. So pet plan score is 98, UAT score is 93. So pet plan, so how many 250k user actions getting monitored, from which locations? All those locations is getting monitored. UK, India, US, India, Israel, Canada, China, or China also we have UK. 99 have a services score, so failure rate is increasing. The problematic cause, so we have top 10 service by load. So as for pet prod, we have seen that, right? Database, we have too much load. Top 10 service by load. So on this database has a service, we have a too much load. Then we have this database, we have a too much load. Then we have this, then we have this. So we'll compare that. Then infrastructures, and what are the infrastructures problems? Long garbage collection. I think last time also we have discussed, right? There is the issue with some long garbage collection and all. So these are the issues happening. So we need to concentrate on this and we try to figure it out, and we need to resolve this. So once next time it will not happen. This is the peak infrastructure is there. At what time that infrastructure is consuming too much? 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. less than 20. 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. 20 to 39. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. 40. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. 60, and after 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. 80 to 100% is consuming. So these are the details we can get it. It will triggered every weekly. So we can, here we have option to subscribe. If I'll subscribe, it will come to my mailbox every Monday morning. Sunday midnight will generate, and Monday morning you'll receive our email. So I'll have a look my application score and I can understand. So this week I have this many issues we need to resolve. Next week I have lesser. So like this we can compare that. Understood? Make sense?
Yes.
Now coming to metrics. So metrics here we have some custom metrics. Recently Dynatrace has added, I think 1 month back, this feature, and this have a custom metrics like network latency. So some of the times that custom metrics won't be available in custom chart. So few metrics they have added here that is more important to us. Okay, how many active sessions we have, how many active threads we have. If I'll go to availability level, then bounce rate, all those things, connection success rate, connection failure rate on DB connections, how many connections getting failure from database to service, right? So these are the metrics we have, so we can configure. So if I'll go to a connection failure rate, create a custom chart. So we don't have last 6 hours. We can have, see, so like this we have, so we can average a split by service. We need to define the service name. Okay, so database name pet prod. No name. So which service, database service, which service, I don't remember the service name. So like this we can define and we can fetch the information. We can run the query and we can fetch the information. I haven't given the service name, that's why. Like this we can give the information. So this is the way to create a custom metrics and we can pin to the dashboard. So here we have 235 metrics to fetch the information. So if I'll go second page, you can see this is the CPU level, all those themes. CPU steel, CPU system, CPU type, CPU users, disk level. This is the garbage collection, JavaScript error, JVM level, heap memory level, memory reclaimal, memory use, swap memory, all those things we have. Number of 4x error, 5x error. Suppose I want to have a 4x error. So see how many 4x error we have. You can see every time we have a 4x error. The same way we can add. So in 4x error, we can see application load balancer, how much. I'll run the query. No. No data. So like this we can add. Sorry, I think we need to add matrix here, but I have added there. Okay, that's fine. So like this we can fetch the information from here. Okay. Now coming to log files. So in the logs, we have not enabled completely logs. Okay. So we don't have enabled the logs. So here we can we can enable the logs on the host level and process group level. So if I'll go to log here, log source and storage, you can see, right? So you have 4 hosts, so we can enable the log on the host level. So we are not going to enable complete this host. If I here all the hosts will be enabled, I don't want to do that because I want to have some logs on the specific agent level, right? A specific. So on the here we have a JBoss domain. Okay, so I want to expand this one. Which one I should have? I want to have batch billings, yeah, some different. Okay, so like this we can need to enable, and some of the logs is not showing because logs not updated, and we need to format the log correct format to have the logs, to monitor the logs. We should have some format. If applications doesn't have that format, it does not support. So we need to have that proper Dynatrace format to monitor the logs. So we can monitor the logs from here. If I put on UAT, this many we have. I want to see for RabbitMQ. So we have this much I want to enable. So
And those
file,
and those
file
are and those are
yeah,
real-time logs.
yeah. These are the real-time logs.
Okay. Because I know, like right now, when I go on prod, I have to wait for them to download, and it's taking as long as a half hour.
These are real-time logs
Okay.
because logs is not implemented because I think we don't have log license completely.
Okay.
So here we have process level. Okay, so suppose if I'll go JBoss standalone. So if I'll go this one, you can pet plan UAT, pet plan prod. So you can see, right? We can enable this part and we can save. So this is giving the information. So in one day, how much log will be generating? So total for pet plan prod go 985 KB, pet plan prod prods go HA 996 and pet plan UAT 40 point. So you can analyze that, right? So based on that, we need to set a quota. Okay, like while buying the license, so we need to analyze. Okay, so I want to monitor for this many hosts and this many process. They'll give you the complete informations. Okay,
Gotcha.
okay, here you can see on the host level. So growth is 238 MB. So we need to calculate completely for which one you want to monitor, and we need to add it and we need to understand it. Okay, so so every day total log will be consumption will be 5 GB. Yeah, 1 GB, yeah, 2 GB. Okay, so so every day 5 GB. So we should have that quota, right? So every day 5 GB. So 1 month it will be in 150 GB. So every year around some TV, right? So based on that, we need to buy the license and we need to set the quota here, right? And log will be a storage. Here we have options. So how long you want to storage? So we can store for 30 days, 5 days, think we should keep as of 5 days because save changes. Okay, so like this we can add the quota. So log will be a storage max to max 5 days. After that it will be deleted. Okay, so we can add the quota, like log we want to store for 7 days, 10 days, all those things. Okay, so here we have the process level and host level. We can enable the, and where you can see the logs to download the log files. You can see the logs on the every host page. So once log will be enabled, you can see the logs on the every host page and process group page. So you can see some logs is enabled, right? So this is the default log. Okay, you can here you can see, and we can monitoring not just to run this. You can see the logs live here, and you can download the logs. You can see this is the log files.
Gotcha.
So this is the log files, and one line is called to this one line, right? One logs. It's called one event. That like we can on the license part we can consider like this. So and we can download the log files in your local systems. But like sometimes like in the you want to have the logs, you need to log into the server, go to the particular path, and you need to download it, right? Here
Yep.
we have go to the host page, and you can take a fraction of second. You can download the log files. Log is generated, it's downloading. Very easy, and based on that we can create a matrix, and we can set up some alerts on this. Okay, like some if in the log some error we found, create alert, send me that alert, throw an alert, right? So like this we can create a alert also, matrix also on this. First we need to enable that log monitoring. Okay, so like this we can create the events also, alert also, and dashboard also we can create on this. Like so something in this code, in this error there will be some application error code, it is there, then throw an alert, something like, and we can, they will go and they'll search, and once it is there they'll throw an alert. And you can see the logs on here, technology, where is, yeah. So I want to have JBoss logs, open that, and open the process. You can see the logs.
Yep.
This is the process level logs. So you can see you can see the logs on the host page, and you can see the logs on the process page.
Yep.
So process you can search here also directly if you know the process name completely. Otherwise we need to go to the technology. Where is technology? Yeah, we need to go to the technology, understand where we want to go. So if we filter it, and this is the process group. So this process group has multiple process. So if I'll go to this one, module.jar, and I have this many process. Okay, so which process you want to go for? UAT, yeah, HA, yeah, bash file, yeah, prod. So I want to go for this one. Then you can, there's no logs. We need to configure the more logs. There's no logs. Like this, we can go and we can download the logs. So here we have, right? Just to click here, just to download the logs. That's it. Okay. Now coming to service level. So here we have a list of service. So every service has a failure rate, request, and response time. Okay. So which service we are focusing most we can see here, right? And we can pin to the dashboard also. And some of the transactions is very important to generate some application revenue. You want to monitor always. Then we can mark as a key request. So suppose if I want to go any customer service, a billing service. Okay. So have a response time. Okay, so we have this transaction. Suppose this transaction is very important, then I can mark as a, oh, here we cannot mark. you can mark as a key request. Okay, so just suppose you can say that application has a business transactions, right? Every application has some business. So which are the business transactions that you want to see always, right? You can
Hmm.
want to see, right? You can mark as a that business transaction, you can mark as a key request. Okay, so these are the most business transactions, so you can mark as a key request. So just we need to analyze that, so that business transaction comes under the which service, and then we need to suppose we have this one is OPEX service. Okay, if I'll go to adaptive policy, response time. So these are the in this which is very important, right? Some of the
Hmm.
transactions very important, landing the page, some generating some billing authorization, all those, right? Yeah, customer details. Suppose these are the transactions very important to us to monitor. You call as a business transaction something. So we can mark as a key request. Open this one and mark as a key request. So you won't get if you have bulk of data, then this is to find the business transaction very difficult, right? So you can mark as a key request. Once you mark as a key request, it will show over here. You can see, right? Key request. Just now I have added. It will take time to reflect. I think fractions, some minutes. Now see, one is added. Okay, so
Yep.
these are the business transaction, right? And you want to see that because always because here we have so many transactions, right? You cannot see, and if it's a hell of transactions, it's very difficult to find, right? So always people what you used to do is whichever the transaction is most important, they can go and mark as a key request, and you want to see go inside that and you want to do some deep dive, you can go and you can do some deep dive. So you won't get something like easy to manage. So now we went here. So how many consumption? What is that? You want to go for a pure path. So it will generate every transactions. So just once again, one step back. You can see, right? Every transactions you can capture. You can see
Yep.
every transaction is getting captured. Have a time, response time, processing time, action. If you want to go more deep dive as a developer, you want to fix the issue. Okay, so for this one, what are that service, request name, service type, service name, technology, timing. If you have any code level data error, it will show you that. So like this, we can manage. So adaptive policy now. So adaptive policy is entry page. This is the service name. This is the request coming host or running on this server process, this process, operating system, all those things, and have a code level data. So you can see that if there is any issue, it will show you that. API detection rules. You want to see, sorry, uh, okay, you want to see the source code of this one, you can see the source code. You can download the source code and we can understand. You download the class and we can understand that. Anyway, what we can do is our developers, what they used to do, they that Dynatrace, they integrate with ideally, okay, and they can directly open open that source code in their ideally. So this is the class interface. We can download it. We can have a look, something like that. So something like all the UAT process, all those things, you can see that.
Gotcha.
No, diagnostic tool. So diagnostic tool, whenever have some memory leak issue, yeah, you want to have some memory dump, then we can take a memory dump from here. But memory dump, to configure the memory dump is have to environment activate. Uh, we don't have that. We haven't configured that. You can see memory dump. Oh, inside they're allowing us. Okay. So we can take a memory dump from here. Then process crash details. If some of the process getting crash, we can see the data. Let's take for last 7 days. No process has been crashed. Then exception analysis. If you want to do some analysis on the exception side, you can see these are the exceptions happening. 84 top dimensions. So we have some breaknet exception, database exceptions, some SQL exceptions on. So you want to analyze, and what are the requests total? 11.2 million, all those things. So you can see over here. These are information you can see. You can create a matrix on this. Yeah. So we can do that. Then top database statement for last 7 days. Whenever we will filter the time frame, the data get changed, get refreshed. And based on according to that, they'll give the information. In last 7 days, which are the top 10 database statement, SQL commit, update, and unlocking, insert, delete. These are the top database statement have more transactions. You can see we have 4.12k requests per minute, 41.8 million request count. So like this, we can give you the order if you want. Like, so you want to have some different order, then we can have the ascending order and descending order. We can have that. The top database statement. So request count, you can have that failure rate. So we can have the forever the getting failed. So based on that, we can fetch the information now. Now, which are that failure rate on the database side? These are the databases getting failed. That query. You can see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can give the failure rate. Then we have fetch request count, row count, successful request count. So like this, we can fetch the informations, and we can do some analysis on this. So you can see these are that successful. So successful request means not happening any issue. So these are the successful database statement. Then we have top web requests, which are the top web requests in last 7 days. If I filter the time frame, let's complete. So if I'll take last 30 minutes, again they'll refresh the page. Now these are the top web requests in last 30 minutes. Show adaptive policy. Then this is the HTTP web server. I think this is the load balancer. So then this is adaptive billing. This is also what load balancer. So these are the top web requests in last 30 minutes. So we have 146 count per minute people are accessing, and total count is 4.51k for 30 minutes. If I'll increase the time frame for 1 hour data, you can take the data from here. 148.57. So like this we can have. So here we have multiple options. Okay, what you want to have: network details, response time. Based on that, you can fetch the information. So this service, right? Adapt in this service. What is the request count? Request count is what is the service? 1 minute some response time. For invoke account manager is taking 9.62 seconds. For adaptive policy is taking 6 seconds. So like this we can have that. So every service have, we can have that. You can see the response time. So this looks good, this looks good. If it is in millisecond, it looks good, right? If
Mm-hmm.
it is taking 1 minute, 9.6, if it is some document processing and all, it's fine. If it is that response time of the application is taking 9.62 seconds, I think it's too much.
Agreed.
So like this we need to think and we need to work on it. I'll go inside what we can see. So you can see that's it. I'll go to the pure path now. I'm not sure what is invoke account manager. So you can see the response time, there any issue, error. Yeah, error is there, right? You can see, right? You can see,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
Error is there. So like this, we need to understand which service taking how much time is consuming. Based on that, we can deep dive analysis. We need to go to the code level errors. They're not giving the error there, but it is showing. But it's showing here, right? These are the causing of problems, exceptions. So we need to work on it. We need to fix that. So we have response time. Same way we have these are the metrics. Okay, you can have so many metrics here. So we have 4x error. We can check how many services have a 4x error. Oh, only invoke account manager only. Last. Oh, we have one error also. Problem also. The 5x. Same. Subnetted there is a issue. Then lock time, IO input output time, lock time, all those things information will get it. So like this we can fetch the informations from here. Where we are diagnostic tool. Then we have a CPU analysis. CPU analysis, we need to understand which process group is consuming how much CPU, what is the time, consume time. So all those information you can see here. Now if I want to go this and you need to analyze, right? So you can see uh, all those consumed CPU,
Yep.
how like they're consuming on the process level. Now which we'll see the service level. So these are the service how they are consuming. And we can understand that trend. If you'll see same way, we can see scroll down, we can understand the trend. The same trend it is showing over here. Okay, so like this we can understand, and we can, if you want to hide background GC CPU, then we can see on the service level. Now what how much. If you don't want to hide, then that's fine. So like this we can analyze and we can work on it. If some of the servers consuming more CPU or yeah, something. So like this we need to understand. Now going to database. So these are the database. Now still we have a pet prod has issue. So anything has issue, it will become a red. You can see, right?
Yep.
What the issue is. Let's see over here. There's still problem is there. Pet project response time degradation happening. So these are the problematic requests are happening. So all those things it will show the informations. Now if I'll go to the pure path, we'll get some deeper information on this. Not here. Let's go to the problem. Code users response time degradation. This effect is this method is not taking time. You can see this is how the issue. Current response time is 270 exceed your custom threshold by this much percent. We have set some threshold level on the response time degradation. If it is going beyond of that, it will throw as an error like this. We can say. So if I'll show you how we can see, let's close this one. We can see here. You have a response time degradation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see detect response alert if the response time increase 5 milliseconds. Okay, within an observed period of 5 minutes. If it is increased beyond of that 5 millisecond, then I need alert. If you want to increase, no, I should have that 10 millisecond. I'll add it 10, but I have added as a market a standard value. Okay, that application the standard value, but we can customize this part. Okay, if it is required. No, if it looks good, that's fine. So we have added like response time integration is fixed threshold value. Response time increase beyond 5 milliseconds with the observed time of 5 minutes, then it will throw as alert. Alert if response time slowest 10% increase beyond 20 milliseconds with the observed time of period. To avoid over alerting, do not alert low load service with a less than 10 requests per minute. Sensitivity is medium. Detect increase in failure rate. Alert if the percentage of failure service increased by 0% and absolute by 50% relatively. Something like that we have added. Okay. So detect service load. If it increased 200%, the expected value, then it throw an alert on the 1 minute period. Like this we have added. Detect failed database connect is not connecting. Like once they are tried. So alert if the amount failed connect exceed 5 during the 5 minutes. They'll try with 5 times. If still they have not connecting with database, then it will throw an alert. Like this I have added the standard threshold value. If it is required, we can alter it. Same way, I have added for applications. Then services, database, infrastructure. Okay, I need to add alert on graceful setup, like some server went down, yeah, agent went down, anything. If server went down, surely agent will went down, right? So I should have that threshold value. So detect CPU saturation host based on the custom setting. If CPU is higher than 80%, 3 out of 5 samples. High memory usage, just I have added some threshold value, 90% on Windows and 80% on Linux. Memory page fault, 40% GC time higher, and GC suspension 25% in the 3 out of 5. Like this, I have added all the threshold value. Based on that, it will throw an alerts. Throwing the alert under the problem page. Now our next task is like I need to integrate with problem notice. Either they want something like on the email, then I can add several emails by email integrations. Just I need to give the email ID. That's it, and send. If you need, I will add your ID. And otherwise, I need to go with some ticketing tools like Victor. We have a service now, right? So we need to use service now. So just I think this one we need to do that. I think that's it for today. I think there's too much to cover.
Yeah, that works, and yeah, we can get about 13 minutes yet, so may not want to start a new topic yet. Let me go ahead and stop recording.
Yeah. If you want to ask some